Hi everybody out there. Hope everybody can hear me. I'm going to double check my sound level on this end so I can see. So pardon me for a minute while I do that real quick. And make sure I'm coming through. Yeah, I'm going to sniff a lot today probably. Hold on a second. I'll be in just a moment. Everybody out there. Yeah, our sound's coming through okay on this end apparently. So pardon me for a minute while I do that real quick. And make sure I'm coming through. And I'm silent myself again. Okay, so how's everybody doing out there? Yeah, we got one person that was waiting on there. Apparently, been people show up as they are able to, I'm sure. Yeah, so we have a little while of work on stuff. We got two things to do. We got to install TwisterOS Pi on my Raspberry Pi over here. I'm going to show you how to do it on desktop as well. And they got a script for that basically. It installs all the proper things and all that kind of stuff. But it has certain restrictions and you know about how you install TwisterOS on the desktop. So we'll go through those as we go through it. All right. Boy. First off today, you can't hear me? I heard myself on the other one. Just come out of there. I'm not muted there. I can hear me coming through on the stream. So, sure. Second, I'll be right with you. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so let me know if you can hear anything now later on. Yeah, I think it might be you, Dale. At least I hear myself coming out of here, over here. So anyway, welcome to everybody. Whew. Boy, it's been a busy morning, crazy, but yeah, we had company over this morning for a quick cheesecake breakfast type thing. Then I heard my alarm go off as they were all still here, saying an hour before the show started, that kind of thing. And then it just went down. I didn't really get in here to start setting up things until about 20 till. So I've been busy. Firefox isn't playing any audio weird, says Dale. Well, what do you guys think we can talk about until you get figured out over there? Interesting. I think I spelled interesting correctly, apparently. Interesting. You're on too. Oh, forget it. Dale probably hear it on the rerun brief thing anyway. He does watch it later. Okay, so clear that out. So anyway, hi. Yeah, probably I said that several times, but anyway, this is Brews and Linux with Not a Linux Guru, and that's me. Not a Linux Guru guy. It's kind of hard to say that clearly sometimes. Anyway, we have a lot of fun playing for a while for today. Matter of fact, like retro, you'll like this show. The only thing they didn't put on it that I thought they probably should have was cool retro term, which is another interesting thing you can get on Peppermint. Actually, when you first install it on Peppermint OS that I did last week. Yeah, on those sections of programs you select, there's one called Cool Retro Term and the terminal emulators type things. So, now you might want to check those out and see what you got. Anyway, Cool Retro Term is interesting. DT did a video on it. I think you probably find it pretty easy just by putting in DistroTube and then Cool Retro or something like that, you know. Probably have more one retro show, so maybe Cool Retro term or something like that. Be a good thing to do. Also today I got my coffee. And my best part about having you as my dad is my children having you as their papa. Now I thought about that for a minute and I thought, that could be good or it could be bad. I mean, you naturally take it as bad as good, pretty much. But yeah, but it's the best part about having you as my dad. ... Just take that part. Fill it in for yourself, I guess, for your bug. But you could take it that the best part was that she didn't have a very good experience as a child or something with me. So who knows? Anyway, do what you do. You get one shot at it, and that's it, pretty much. Raising children specifically, you know what I'm talking about there. So anyway, I've got Indian Monsoon Malabar coffee in there. You know what that is? Look it up, especially go to sweetmarias.com. And there they have an explanation for everything. Now, don't promote, they haven't paid me no money to say that or nothing. This isn't like a brief commercial or something, but if you want, they do have good coffee beans. I'd say I give them that for sure. The guy that runs the place, he pretty much goes out and tests them. He goes out to the original farms all over the world. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there at that site that you can look at and check out if you want to. Like I say, it's not a commercial, nothing. Just where I get my green coffee beans to roast. So I roasted these yesterday. Pretty good. It's kind of got a nice flavor to it. Nice smoky flavor. So anyway, what's the coffee deal? Where are you going? I switched my headphones via USB audio interface and I can hear you now. Yay! So Dell's with us in the house now for sure. Yeah, he can hear what's going on, what I'm talking about, stuff like that. So we might as well get started on TwisterOS. Now, I got let's see. I got this little micro SD card here that I put my system on. It's 128 gigabyte. We have a 1 terabyte one over there. So there's plenty of room you get on these things nowadays. But anyway, what I did was I put the image of the Raspberry Pi version of TwisterOS on this thing. We're going to stick it in here a minute and see what it looks like booting up and setting up parameters, that kind of thing. But first, before we do that, I was going to do something. I don't remember now what. Well, I know that I had that. Okay. Okay, well, I'll probably think about it here in a minute anyway. So anyway, Raspberry Pi, yeah. Oh yeah, and I also have downloaded the script that you can install on PC to get the same effect mostly. There's one part of this we'll look at that is pretty good, but anyway. I'm just going to show you real quick briefly the steps I did to get this onto there. So what I did, of course, first I went to their website and downloaded the best ISO, right? Okay, let's go there and we can check that out real quick. Let's see. Hey, my cursor on this screen over here. Okay, here we are on the website, TwisterOS website, and you can read all about it here. TwisterOS for Raspberry Pi and other SPCs. I gotta blow my nose, excuse me for a second. They may get a lot of that today because I've got um, I got a bit of runnier nose than usual. I usually have a runny nose all the time, to varying degrees. Sometimes better, sometimes worse. But yeah, I can hear myself trying to talk through the nasal passages that are getting clogged up. Not really a cold or anything. It's just not allergies. It's just ever since I've had Parkinson's, I had a runny nose pretty much. And I guess it's related. With them, there is that condition. About 60% of Parkinson's patients have runny noses, chronic runny nose. And I got a cold one time in 2012, I think it was, and that fall, and then I never recovered from it. I recovered from the cold itself, but my nose just kept running for the rest of his life, seemed like. So anyway, one of the little things I got to put up with. So, uh, anyway, here we are. Downloads. And here you have TwisterOS Lite for Raspberry Pi 4 as well as 32-bit TwisterOS Raspberry Pi 4 32-bit. Yeah, the difference between these two is this one has less stuff in it, probably. May even use I don't know, but I don't really know, but I think they have their own Raspberry Pi desktop that they put in anyway. Yeah. So it's Raspberry Pis. What you'll find out is that this program TwisterOS Lite uses XFCE as its theming platform, basically. And it's really good themes on it. You'll see in a minute here. But anyway, so I downloaded, and this is the Twister UI for laptops. And it's TwisterOS Armbian, which is obviously another SPC. Now, SPC stands for I want to think, for single board computers. Yeah, so it's like Pis are real popular because they kind of had the little single boards that you plugs all things in, your CPU's all there and all that stuff. This one's an expanded one. It's one that's inside of a keyboard. So it has a keyboard attached to it and it's its own little computer using the SBC, single board computer. And yeah, so anyway, that's what that stands for. So I know we mentioned it earlier. And so this one you want to put on desktop or laptop if you don't have a Pi or you don't want to use a Pi or whatever case may be there. And these are 32 and 64 bits. For these two. Raspberry Pi is just 32-bit, which is works for, I guess, alright for most people. Okay. So yeah, you just click on this or click on this link and you download that. Now, one of the things you notice is an image. What gets downloaded here is a script. See real quick. Oh, I see. See, I didn't go through this method. I didn't see this when I first came on. One of the things you'll find out when you're going to download this UI onto your computer, and you're going to put it on this and you're going to put it on your computer and that kind of thing. So you have this torrent here and it's down here. I'm talking about Biden, aren't I? Download here, torrent here. And yeah, 64-bit and 32-bit. This is for Linux Mint or Ubuntu. You put either one on it. Put it on either one, I guess I should say. And you can also go to the torrent route. You download a torrent and start a torrent bit up using that. So yeah, I've already downloaded it, so I don't need that, but I want to show where to get that at. And yeah, I downloaded 64-bit mint is what I downloaded, this particular one right here. So we'll go back and we'll, having found out where I download stuff out and where to get it, we'll first look at the Pi image. We'll stick that in there and see what we get on that, alright? So like a playing hand. Playing hand. Let's see. Let's see, I'm trying to think here. Make sure I'm in the right spot, yeah. I think you go to, yeah, me. Okay, you should see a blank screen and bring it here. I hope. Waiting, see if it actually happens. With my mugshot in pretty much the same spot, I think. No, yeah, blank spot. Perfect, that's what I wanted. Because we gotta start this up, so I'm gonna put this. We got the micro SD. I'm gonna plug that in. And we'll see what you got here. Alright, I think we're ready to kick this into gear. So when you burn the image onto using the Raspberry Pi imager, burn the image onto the thing from there once you download the image, of course. So yeah, it's a part that you'll enjoy doing, I'm sure, but has to be done. Somebody's got to do it. So let's see. Yeah, it takes a while for this to kick in and say, hey, I'm here, type thing. So put this on here. My computer screen kicked off, got tired of waiting me for install system or start up some. So yeah, so there's TwisterOS starting up. Haven't seen it pop up on my rig, but I know there's source. Yeah, stuff going on. You need to show me what to show. Show it to me. And it's got picture on that screen, Joe. Oh, it's way in black. Go back to black, huh? Okay, what happened? I was distracted by one. I didn't see what happened there, so I need to restart, huh? Okay. Got that now. Boot it up into it again. Still pay attention to what's going on my, I can see up there too. Yeah, we're moving into the TwisterOS image on the first time on the Raspberry Pi. Here's Pi. Okay, now there's root. See, Pi is oh, thank you. Oh, I try to remember what the Pi password is on this on my. See there, maybe? Yep. All right. Let's see. I know what it was, but I can't remember now. No. No. I can't remember. Yeah, it gives you the opportunity once you're logged in, want to set it whatever it is you want it to be, but this time I don't remember what it was. I forgot to look. I have to look on the website and see what I can find, huh? Yeah. We'll come back to this in a moment here. Move up here. Back. Let's go back. Maybe yeah, here we are. It's password is raspberry. Okay. There we go. So then we're back over here. Oh, red. I'm trying to start red. Oh, come on. I don't want to change, does it? Raspberry. That won't work, does it? Maybe it up when I shut it down last time or something. So, hold on, man. Maybe you'll see my imaging after all. I got some image on this thing over here. Let's see. So, even the password saying it's a default password will work. Raspberry. Okay, it's one of those loops. I must have skipped it when I turned it off last time. So we have to reinstall this image on this thing. I think booting it up one time and expects to only be one time or something like that. Weird. Good to think it, huh? Okay, we got this out of here now. Plug it over into here in my micro USB slot of my framework extension. Nobody pays me any money to advertise this stuff for them. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to number slot 2. I make Linux setup here, and I'm going to go to Imager. And new variable. No, don't want to do that now. Not now. And here the bottom one, use custom says. Let me go down here to image. Find the first image right there. Open that. I choose storage. Now here's where you gotta be a little more careful. Think. I found the micro SD card and stuff in there. Okay, let's see. Not seeing it for some reason. Isn't that sweet? Oh, you can't see the SD card. I'll have to go the other route then. Let's see. Oh, I put it wrong or whatever. Let's show that one more time. Still not seeing it. Plan B then, which is to use this USB stick I got here that you can plug this into there, and then it works as kind of a mini USB thing. Except I have to take out a thing on here, because I don't have a. Supposedly you can do this on fly. We'll find out. No. Yeah, I'd love to do that, but I don't think I got so we got. Almost forgot about this little link up here. Be speedy as all get out, but okay, choose storage. And maybe we need to restart this thing over here. Not sure what's going on with it, but anyway. Just restart it. Maybe when they get the updates, so I don't let you use anymore. Something like that. Custom. Twister. Open. Choose storage. Okay, some weird's going on here. Well, I guess we'll go to virtual machine instead. We want to show them on the Pi because that's where they got the best options, I think, to look at them at. You still get a good idea. They're still pretty good on the desktop. The only difference primarily is that you have a display manager, and display manager for like Windows X 10 theming version, or what they call TwisterOS. They have TwisterOS XP, TwisterOS how's different X95 and 7 and 10 and 11. I think are the ones they have on there. Plus they have their own default that boots up into. And you have like two, you have an iPad, not iPad. You have the what I'm talking about. Anyway, the Apple stuff, general Apple boot up, and then you have also a desktop for the Sur, not Sir like, yes sir, but Sir like, SUR. And I can't really judge how accurate the Apple ones are and stuff like that. I mean, they look good as far as I can tell, but I don't know. I've never used Apple products that much, so I don't know what they look like, and I'm not used to them. Windows, especially 95 and the XP, perfecto, it seems like to me. Pretty good thing. Anyway, we'll look at those here in a minute as soon as we get into the virtual machine, since I can't seem to get this Pi thing started. It's that maddening at times, huh? So anyway, we'll go that route. Unplug this so we get the solid background. At least reduce CPU usage down a bit more. All right. And I guess I need to get my head back up or something like this. Because you need to see me and all the stuff I'm doing underneath you. So, yeah. So anyway, let's go over to virtual machine and we'll look at it there. Now, as you notice, you need to install as a base Ubuntu, not Ubuntu, Xubuntu specifically. You need the XFC system apparently to operate to theme up good. And you need to use so it's either Linux Mint or since I already had Linux Mint the XFC on here because I installed it about 3 or 4 weeks ago or something like that. And so I had the ISO laying around. Hey, we can do this. So yeah. Let's go and see what we got. Okay, so what you should see now is the Linux Mint. Yeah, I found out a way, hopefully this will work in virtual machine and it'll transfer over, but anyway. Yeah, this didn't that time. It did the first time I did it, but it didn't do the second time. Oh well. So yeah, I think in auto start I have the I wonder if I got out of auto start or something like that. It's weird. I had it set X-render scripts up in there, so I'd change as soon as you get here. But alas, we have to do it this way. Let's see. Oh, my mind's gonna blank on what I'm even doing right now. Sorry about that. One of the dangers of trying to do this in the morning, I guess, for me. Let's see. I gotta think here. What virtual machine software are you using? Dale wants to know what virtual machine software am I using? Using VirtualBox. Yeah, so I know. Oh yeah, display. That's what I was doing. Display. I remember it eventually. Now I can set this like this. That'll help get. So there's that. Now what I need to do, I think I had it installed. No, I didn't create a bin. Whoops. This doesn't have it in there, that's why. Oh, because this is a brand new installation. I haven't set up anything in here really. All I did was install it and update it. That's all I've done to this Linux Mint XFC version of Linux Mint. So I've installed it and I've updated it. Other than that, I haven't done anything else to it pretty much. It's ready to roll. So yeah, so how do you do this? Well, yeah, they have some instructions on here which I think you can find in the README. It's a README text. Oh no. I'm confused from over there. Sorry about that. Now I put this download. I put in download directory. Yeah. This is install script. Now, it's pretty big install scripts, like 500 some megabytes, which may not be too big for today's systems, but it's a huge lot of text in there. It's primarily text file, script file. It's going to be a lot of scripts running, so it's a big file there, or text file especially. So yeah. So anyway. That's TwisterOS. So this is what you download when you download the script that I showed you, and where you go to you can download 64-bit. I download 64-bit. Install this. Now what you have to do is you have to go here, and I've already done this, so you'll see, but you have to click it, or you can go and do it to the command line too if you wanted to, but using chmod, but you can also do it just real quick since you're looking at it here in the text file. And permissions. There's a box in here. Allow this file to run into program. Oh, I hadn't even done that on this one yet, so it's a good thing I checked on it. So yeah. So let's check that box and it's ready to go. But the way you want to run it is in a terminal. It's best to run in a terminal, I think, because when I try to just run it as it is, it kind of has questions, conniption fits, stuff like that, I think. So, yeah, so don't click and execute from here. Well, I could, but anyway, to me, it's just easier just to use it in your terminal, whatever that is for you. So we got this, we have, oh no, copy is what I want to do. Copy this, which you can do by doing several methods, but just you can go to the menu, right click it, and go to the menu there. It's copied. Okay, now that'll come in handy in a minute. So we'll go to the terminal, open the terminal. It's right there. Downloads. So to run this sucker, once you got the bit set that says you run this as an application, let me get this bigger so you can see it better. Yeah, just basically enter in, paste that in there. Control Shift V, paste it in for you, and when it hits, it should run now. There's something else I had to do before I did this part, I think last time. I'll find out what it is again, I guess. So some little thing, I don't remember, we'll find out. So you start that and see. Now when I first installed this, I didn't think to look on the website and get instructions for how to do this. I said, oh, it's a script, I'll run it. So you don't want to always do that, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, so we're going to continue enter. And please ensure you're connected to the internet before proceeding when really ready. Now, this is automatic connected to the internet through my host internet connection. But of course, you would want to go down if you're on a real machine and plug in the Wi-Fi password and SID and all that kind of stuff. So, please ensure you're proceeding when ready. Press enter to continue when I'm ready. So, and it's going to ask me for my pseudo password. And away it goes. What it's doing here, it's installing all the stuff it needs to magically turn this into TwisterOS desktop environment based on either Ubuntu or Linux Mint X11 XFCE desktop settings. So takes a while for this to run, and not too long. This is a pretty fast machine, so I gave it two whole threads to work with, so it's cooking away on it pretty much. Matter of fact, it's finished downloading all the packages it's going to install. Now it's setting up all the packages. Okay, this is a license agreement. You got to agree to it in order to continue, I think, or otherwise it will not install. It's a legal agreement between you and Microsoft Corporation. And if it does, you don't say okay here, then basically it will I think it'll just want to install Microsoft stuff on there, so it'll install all the rest. So D70 yes. Your tab and your enter key to operate here. Then you can use on install. So yeah. That's all that is. So it's cooking longer. Now when it gets to the end here, you see its progress of its preparing and unpacking all the stuff. So that's how fast we're cooking on this. And yeah, so sorry for this. All I had was ready to go pretty much on the Pi. And I'm just going that problem. So, well, win a few, you lose a few, I guess, on that end. So, cheers. Let's see what else. No other questions? Nothing though. Yeah. So let's turn my my whole computer into a TwisterOS computer. Boom. That's what it's doing. So I have some elements of like XFC. I think they automatically download LibreOffice for your Office suite, and I think they basically I don't remember. I don't think that this installs that in there, so it does. I guess you probably tell, oh, it's already got here, and we'll kick it out. But yeah, so I don't know what. I don't think this has in there. So Jammy Universe, and it's getting closer toward the end of it. So it's not getting more stuff. But it's some other stuff now. It's installed all that. It's gonna install the other stuff. Okay. Fluid sound font goes. It even has the sounds like when you're booting into Windows XP, you hear your sound like you did back then. They got those. They got a lot of interesting things in here. If you ever get to it and see it and look at it, that'd be helpful, wouldn't it? So we got Dell hanging in there. And we got, I guess it's it, me and you, huh? It's pulling more interesting. There's a lot of people they work on Saturday mornings, apparently. And thus we have to, like, get, yeah, most a lot of people look at it after the fact. And okay, so we're almost done here. Looks like it, maybe. Installing it's gonna take a while, but that's installing something else. Doesn't want to tell you what's installing now, huh? I think after you do this part, then you need to go and do your own updates, because it wants to update everything you just downloaded. Something like that. I need some Wawa. So please may take a little bit. I'm patient sort of person though. I've been known to wait for a day for something to finish up some before I killed it or something. But I usually would wait at least an hour or two and then come back same spot. This is gonna take too long. Now one Windows update one time took all day. Plus then the next day to finish up. Yeah. I like Windows updates. Anyway. For updating init RAM FS. Your initial RAM FS file system generates in there so you can boot up into your kernel. That's where it protects you. System restart. Okay. As a restart system, you do you be fully in. We can put some in the sys default auto start area. We'll put that in context. Let's see. Yeah. So there is your TwisterOS desktop, your basic one. You see, even it has a little thing. It's more a gnomish type desktop, I think. You know, use XFC, but it maybe divert to GNOME on this person. It seemed very gnomish to me in the way this sprinkles the icons all over the place. Yeah. I'm sorry, I gotta be right back. I'll be back. I am off this week. Normally I would be working out. Yeah, Dale said that. Welcome. Be back. I'm not back. Excuse me if I had a little brief interlude, but I see the pretty picture of my bed and it all messed up and bundled up. So I don't know, is it freeze or something there? Oh, there I am. So anyways, yeah, you have to spread it like a GNOME desktop. It says use SFC, so but you make XFC look pretty much like a GNOME desktop if you really wanted to, I suppose. So yeah. And you have some of the things like I probably need to change the I need to even change the application finder using something I set up on this, but since we're changing the desktop, it doesn't matter, right? Anyway, I can use that, maybe it's find what I'm looking for. Application finders. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, the doc set down there, SFC, and this is XFCE 4. So yeah, I think that was what I was gonna do anyway. So anyway, you have all these different looks to this thing. Now, where you access those is pretty easy. You just go over here to Theme Twister, or you also find it in the menu under System, I think. And launch this and say Next. And you have to hit Next, even though it's highlighted. If you just hit Enter, it'll go to revert to cancel for some reason. Yes, it did. At least it did one time that I was working on it. You hit Next. And it shows you all these themes now. You have light and dark to the TwisterOS, so you can change that if you want to stay on that theme, but Twister 595, Twister XP, and Twister 7 don't have a dark. Probably didn't invent dark until then, huh? Something like that. All the rest of these Twister 10, Twister 11, iTwister, and iTwister are have both light and dark themes. Although maybe look at the light ones, maybe look at one or two dark ones just so you get an idea what those look like. But I thought I'd start off with the iTwister here. And so what you do to convert the theme, you just click on it. Enter your sudo password. Press enter. Yes, the session will be automatically started. I remember putting it in there, but yeah, I'm glad it opened up in full screen here. So yeah, so now this is your iTwister version themed. making it sort of like Apple. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Here's file manager. It doesn't look like file manager. It looks like a criminal or something to me. But anyway, your KXC terminal, calendar, maps, LibreOffice Calc, LibreOffice Writer, your VLC. This is your launcher. It launches off stuff which would be indicated by the rocket there. Your Google Chrome, calendar, calculator, not calendar, calendar's over there. And post GIMP, photo GIMP. Yeah, it's a different type of GIMP, I think. They have its own special GIMP. Probably because some of these are older programs, like the Chrome is older. So they have ways to not update those specific softwares in the system. So I'm not sure exactly how it's done, but some of you probably know more than I do about that kind of stuff, probably are aware of that. The photo GIMP, they make it kind of different, the wrapper or something for GIMP. I remember, but I don't remember, they list on the website some pluses, minuses of doing that way, I think. So yeah, you can check on that when you get a chance. So you have software manager, does have a software manager. And you have contacts now. Now I don't know why they have Steam now on desktop. I can understand it, but they also have this on the Pi too. I'm thinking, what Steam games are on there? Yeah, I'm sure there's some real low old retro resolution games on Steam somewhere that you can play. I don't know. Anyway, I guess there's some games that will play on a Pi through Steam that won't play on. But I know there's also a lot of games you can't play on the Pi because the GPU is not very good or not very. This one that's on there isn't. On this model. Pi 400. So yeah, so we'll see. So that's Steam anyway, and Lutris and theme twisters. So Discord. Yes, also installs Discord on here by default as well, because that's one of the ways you can contact them through their Discord channel. I have an account there, but it's been a long time since I logged into it. I wouldn't remember everything. So yeah, it's README PDF. Now this is important to read if you want to check into this. It's a PDF basically. Oh yeah, friends app is still here. Let's minimize it, didn't I, or something? Oh, maximize it. I don't like Apple stuff to see. Document viewer. Minimize. That's must be maximize that. Yay, I figured it out. So anyway, you have out here, you have your PDF, and it says, this is where you use, it tells you, I was looking for these instructions. You have to actually install it before you get the instructions. Install it. I'm sure this could be downloaded from somewhere else, but yeah, it's kind of weird that it had it, you go to read how to install it after you installed it. Makes no sense. Anyway, you got your first steps, and it suggests that your application setting desktop under icon tab, check use custom size font. Use custom font size, uncheck it. And then application menu setting window manager tweaks under compositor tab, uncheck show shadows on dock windows. I'm sure that basically messes up their probably telling them to do that probably messes up their UI interface here, what you're going to see here in a minute. But yeah, so probably goose up, so they don't want that. They want to just make it in the graphical interface itself. So yeah, pretty cool. So first steps, you done for install the sucker, you download 6430-bit, which you showed you already how to download. It's got that little page right there. And it's got the Examove to download page, whichever we want. And you download the UI installer, which we just did from your thing. It says when using Linux Mint XSC, you will need to make changes following themes after. So if you download Examove, you won't have to do that if you have a choice, I guess. Maybe it's easier. I'm not sure. So let's do that, I guess. Go to applications. Oh yeah. Just start that. Okay, I think it's Alt 3. Hmm. So try to remember how to bring up the action menu. This yeah, this is go to a different theme, so we look at some other ones, right? I'm not familiar with that one, but sorry. Okay. So this is light, and maybe we'll take a look at the dark version of this so you can see what it looks like. Let's see, so you got a theme twister. Maybe look at the dark version of Sir. How about that? And see what they do here is all the ones on this display, the same display, light DM it looks like it's using. And so they always show the wallpapers, what's on what the current distro you have here for your display manager. Whatever wallpaper you're using, that's what it pops up as. So it's interesting, but yeah, on the basically Windows 10 on display manager on the on the 10 version, Windows 10 version, so to speak. That should indicate too that they have no affiliation. They wrote in their thing with Windows or Apple, and they're not trying to duplicate the products exactly. Just give a general feel of how the whole experience feels. So I want to give us a retro feel, and they did that with the 95 and XP, I think. So, anyway. Yeah. See, it's carrying over the display thing from when I was at Linux Man, and before I even installed it here, it's popping out. So anyway, here's your BigSur, not BigSur, just Sur, huh? Apple Sur, version Sur, book, peel. I don't know if this is probably their own wallpaper or one you normally see on Sur, since I've never had it. But you mean y'all can tell me be the judge? Anybody know that? Anybody know that? Yeah, Dale. You're the one here, I guess, so far. Hmm. So anyway, we have this Sur thing here. It's a dark version, which you can see in the dock. It's kind of the background's real dark. And if you come into the file manager, just opened up the or not whatever file manager Apple uses, then you see the look here. Now you can judge for yourself how closely this mimics Sir what, but I don't know. Looks alright for me, but I don't know anything about Sir, so I should go away from Sir and get over to what I do know about. So I worked on the system for so long, just back in the day, 90s. So that's so. Let's go back over to TwisterOS and we'll change it. Now we booted up into the TwisterOS dark light version of TwisterOS. And we booted into these two, light and dark, of the BigSur. And so you get an idea. You can tell me how close do you think. If you have any experience still with Apple, just let me know. You're not familiar with Mac OS. At least not just 2003, he says. Yeah, I've dealt with them a tidbit and tad bit. Like one time, this lady asked me to get all her files off of this one Apple computer and transfer over to this Windows computer. Apparently Apple allows all sorts of stuff in their file names, but Windows didn't. She put them all in there. She put quotes and periods and everything under the sun in there. I was keeping filter out. I was trying to transfer over here and I just keep running the script until it worked. But yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I don't have much experience with Macs either, as a general rule. I've had an iPod one time. This is the closest I ever came to owning an Apple product myself. And I remember like it then because you had to plug it in and you had to load this thing on your computer, which was heavy, and iTunes, and in order to transfer files, you had to do all this. Yeah, just like plug it into your computer, switch whatever you need to switch, and be done with it. So that's why I went with Google for sure. Close. Oh no. Now we're going to take a look at Twister 95. Yeah, so you can get one flavor for this, not light or dark, obviously. It'd be hard to imagine what a dark. You really want to look like 95, you don't want dark themes. They didn't even have dark themes back then, I don't think. Yeah, because you couldn't really change out themes on Windows that easily, especially back in Win 95 day. Okay, so here we are, Windows 95. Yeah. Blue skies are falling on me. Blue skies, do I see? Yeah, so this one 95 theme. It's got a nice look, 95 looking panel. Start button looks pretty 95-ish. 98-ish pretty much. 98 didn't change a lot of this kind of stuff. It was more an upgrade to certain things, but oh, lost my cursor there for a moment. Anyway, okay. I don't know what that's about anyway. Yeah, it says Windows 95 and it looks pretty cool. Well, let's see. Let's go in here to Windows 95 file manager icon. You see in a sense what those look like. In your window for your apps and stuff like that, all look like Windows 95 apps. Pretty much. And also they've also installed Wine on here, so if you want to install some game or minimal DOS game or something. It's also a DOS box on here, I think. And so yeah, you can game all you want on this, especially if you put it on a gaming computer and set it up with the GPU, you know, the NVIDIA drivers. I mean, it's NVIDIA gaming distro. So you can set this up for games. They have it set up for games pretty much, except for all the special stuff like NVIDIA drivers and like that. So you probably have to do that yourself, I guess. Anyway, Yeah, that start sound was very funny. You even sound more familiar when you get the XP version. Yeah, but you could hear that part. I wasn't sure if I disabled or unmuted the desktop when I was doing that, but apparently I did. So, yeah, I'm not probably gonna have a standard look and feel to this. Yeah, the only problem is cursor isn't very big on the screen, so I'll easily lose it in the clouds. I get lost in the clouds sometimes. Oh yeah, I show my Android when we get to, but we're gonna look at the rest of themes. We'll go quickly over to XP, my favorite so far. XP was my favorite Windows distro ever. Out of all the Windows distros, that's what I like best. They should just This Windows XP version, I really like how they have the theme. That's pretty cool, actually. And it's got a start menu down here. The themed up whiskers menu entries, whisker menu. They themed it up to look pretty good, pretty close. I mean, menu may not be exactly the same or whatever, because I think they have more of a I can't remember exactly what that. Anyway, yeah, it's first distro, Windows distro I really like, 'cause I've struggled with Windows 98 for so long in my office where I worked at the time. And yeah, you had to reboot it so frequently to clear out the resources because I open close programs all the time. So what happens is part of the problem with Windows 98 and the improvement of XP was they got rid of this restricted resources bin that had been played with. Basically, every time an icon got put on or something got put on the page, web page, or whatever your computer was doing. Excuse me. Um, every time you did that, it okay, my train back on thought again. Yeah, every time you put the hmm, created anyway. Yeah, it's talking about the resource. That's right. So anyway, you had some of them. I think it's like, if I remember right, about 60 or 70 megabytes of space that are allowed or something like that. Maybe smaller than that, I don't remember. But yeah, so you had this amount of space and it was defined. It was pre-imposed. You couldn't go beyond it. When you went beyond it, the whole system would crash on you. Now, theoretically, what's supposed to happen is all the programs that are on your system are using the same space. And it puts resources. What I have an icon here, I have this there, that there. So there's resources in the space. And theoretically, when you close a program, it's supposed to take them all back out. Problem is, a lot of them didn't do that. So what you do is, when you open close programs, is you start running on that resource space, and your computer gets slower and that kind of thing. And then it would just die on you at some point when they hit the critical spot. You'd be in the middle of doing something, hit the button, whatever, and all of a sudden, get a blue screen of death. XP solved that by not having that restricted, limited resource space, and so it was for a system I really liked. Plus, the really cool thing about XP was that you run all your past programs on it real easy. Yeah, I mean, all my old Windows 3.11, I think even worked on XP. It was that good of a system anyway. Yeah, the Bliss theme. Ah, Bliss. So this reminds, yeah, this reminds me of FVM or FEWM 95 from back in the late 80s, 90s, excuse me. It was a window manager for X. It was based on FWMW, which I have a review of that actually on Arch Linux version of it on my feeds on the other side. It was designed to look like Windows 95. Cool. Yeah. So it's pretty good. I learned to like it, and if I had to stick with one of these desktops, it's probably one I would stick with pretty much. But you don't have to. You can change. Whatever you feel. I feel Appleist today. Or I feel like Windows 11 today or Windows 10. You can just put it up there. It's easy. Switch a theme. Boom. You got it. Just for nostalgia's sake, I'd probably like to spend some time in XP for sure. You can tell I like the system pretty much. It had its issues and problems and security holes and stuff like that, like they were starting to introduce back then. But yeah, it just would run anything and everything. It seemed like that you wanted to run on it, as long as your computer had resources to handle it, of course. So yeah, so that's when you got XP. Take a look at the other ones real fast. And let's see. So you see now, what you see here is display manager. These are here. We're gonna look at 7. Everybody's dreaded 7. Speaking of Windows came out in 2007. Makes sense. Now the other two Windows 10 XP, they have it sort of themed a bit like it, but they obviously for copyright reasons they can't just theme it totally to make it look exactly like it. So Windows 7 on those differences in background, wallpapers, stuff like that. I didn't do the password right apparently. So 2097, I mean it looks Windows 97ish, so not 97, excuse me, sorry. 2007. Windows 7, otherwise known as Windows 7. I think that's when it came out. And it's got the familiar global thing over here. You see Windows 7 if you have that. It has your quote I not Explorer. Your Win Explorer. Windows, it's just Google of course, so they just theme it up to look like the icons that they had back then. See our file manager. Mail, LibreWriter, all this stuff over here. And mouse pad, which was obviously mouse pad's been around for a while, and probably is Linux's answer at the time to Notepad, I'm sure, something like that. Anyway, yeah, the background looks different than Windows 7 just because it's got had to use probably for copyright reasons a different background altogether. You know, and so yeah, I'm thinking that XP and 95 Windows 95 versions, they look a lot closer there because those are all getting older. So other retro things out there have done this. So yeah, so that's Windows 7. So we should look at the get a picture what the icon looked like. Remember all these goofy icons? Windows 7. I mean, they're helpful in one way, but difficult to know about how they help in other ways. So, say bye to Windows 7. For some of you, that wasn't pleasant memories. And we'll go to Windows 10. We'll go live on that one. This is Windows 10. And yeah, the other spot that really struck me when it came up on Windows 10 because it's kind of traditional cave look. I'm not sure how they got away with that, but yeah, when Display Manager pops up on the Pi version, it looks exactly like Windows 10, almost exactly. I mean, you got your Pi, you got all that, you got to enter your password and stuff like that. It's what Display Manager slash Login Manager slash other thing you want to call it slash is is dealing with here. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, it looks exactly like Windows 10 XP's Display Manager does. And yeah. So this is Windows 10. It's got the little icon thing. Has a little weird looking file manager thing. Here's what you got on there. With more Windows 10ish all the time, doesn't it? Yeah. Normally I don't really care for these kind of things much, but when I saw the XP one, I was like, oh. So here's that. So we'll go look at 11. Let me look at the dark version 11 just so we can see what the dark version looks like. Dark version Windows 11. And we have Windows 11-ish background here now. Why they had to use Windows 7, the Twister one for Windows 7, but they gave us using this for this background for Windows 11, I have no clue. Maybe at some point Microsoft will get them on it, I don't know, but yeah, I think maybe this design is just becoming so ubiquitous. It probably has a few changes, minor changes, but changes enough to say they say, hey, we created this ourselves, that kind of thing. So yeah, anyway. Looks pretty nice on there, doesn't it? And they have another, it's a lighter background version of this on the light version. So yeah, it's interesting to see it in this darker version. And Windows 11. And you get all these colors and public and pictures and all this kind of stuff. Download documents. Yeah, so that looks pretty good, doesn't it? That's pretty much like Windows 11. Now, I haven't used that many Windows 11 computers of late because I've been kind of, I haven't really gone into Windows 11. I haven't really worked on computers that much. All these computers I've still working on, they have Windows on them. On my church's computer, I think I have Windows 10 Business on it. So yeah, I wouldn't show all this stuff. It's more closer to what we just looked at a moment ago. So this is TwisterOS. Now we're going to show you how to connect your Androids up with the thing, because I showed that to you last time. I didn't show it. No, I mean I did it and I posted the results on the Linux Slim forum on Telegram. And yeah, so first time I clicked on this, it didn't do anything. I said, what? What? I went and looked for some instructions. Actually, I believe the instructions right up here. One of the pages. So, Android mirroring. So I had to figure out, as I said, they had to install this after you installed it. Then they had instructions for how to do things like this. I figured it out myself. Well, my coffee's coming through a good bit. I think I better go to the bathroom again. I apologize. I'll pause for a moment. Let's see. I've heard dark themes, though some dark themes are hard to read text, and so yeah, no. Yeah. Dale says, my friends and coworkers back then called the blue screen of death the blue screen of unhappiness. Da, da, da. Yeah, so before I get too unhappy, I'll go use the bathroom. I'll be back in a moment. Thank you. All right, I'm back. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, there's your, I mean, you probably read it while I was in there, so yeah, so you need to enable your USB debugging on your phone connected to what I had to do that. Let's see. Oh, my phone's right back there. Here's my phone. I had to do that because I had to go to settings, go down to the about phone. So you have this page here, about phone. And what you're looking for is you want to go to where it says the build information of your software. So basically stats information, software information, probably what you want. And then you write this there, you see build number. I don't know if you can see that on the phone or not, but there's a build number right there. Now what you have to do, you have to click on it 7 times. Boom, 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 boom. 7 times and it'll let you in and enable you as a software developer on your phone. Developer's version. So you just tap that build number 7 times and it'll let you in. It's one little thing I don't want to tell you about it. But it's out there now, so I'm not doing any illegal stuff here. So anyway, so you do that, then you go back. And what you want to find is you want to find the place where it talks about USB. Can't find it. The easy thing is probably hit the search button up here on the top of the screen. Do a search and it's USB, and you see right there down on the bottom. There's just typing USB, and at the bottom you see USB debugging. What you want? When you go there and you enable Bluetooth, you see down here it's USB debugging. Turn it on right there in the menu and settings. Now this is you had to go to the spot for this developers options or suddenly see up there, and you have a so yeah. So once you have that turned on like that, then all you have to do is get a plug. You have to get the right kind, so you're plugging into, you're on the computers. You probably need this pay button on one side, and then you need to tap the plug comes in. Usually you can get these from your install. I mean the cord that came with it. But 9 times out of 10 it's this plug now. They're starting to do C plugs like more lately, so it might be an issue. But anyway, this is a C plug thing, so you plug this into your computer, and you plug this other end into and you plug the other end of it, of course, into your phone. This got a C plug mainly on this end. So and it defaults charging. So I go to my notifications on my phone and I roll down till I see. It's usually towards the bottom of my permissions and remove for used app. Tap to, so you click on that. No, you don't click on that. No. Yeah, I think it showed you where it was, at least. So you turn that on. Now, I've already had it done, so it plugs in there. And I think what I was looking for is the permissions. Where you have the permissions for some reason. Mm. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I was looking for the little thing, may not appear until you hit something else. Anyway, you get plugged in there, you have plugged into there. So once you have this connected up on your USB, then you want to check that out. You're going to do this here thing. Okay, I copy that. Then you're down here. And you open your terminal. Okay. That's alright. Oh, it's in my framework. C framework. So on the virtual machine. Here we'll hit this. And then let's there we go. You may have to do zero, probably. I don't know. Okay. So we did that. See if that helps. Mm-hmm. Look in here. Oh, here it is. Teeny things. So you should get your USB settings like that. Sorry it takes so long. I'm going to go down to USB tethering right there. Well, let me connect it back up. Yeah, for some reason disconnected and reconnected. I don't know what's happening there. Anyway, looks like we're back. Let's see now, we were on the virtual machine, that's right. Yeah, I did get my Android up in case you missed it, but yeah, it took a little work and figuring out, and finally when I rebooted I didn't reboot the Android, I basically, yeah, I fiddled around with this and made sure I had the right USB selected on here. I had to have the USB selected on the virtual machine, it was on the port, that's what I was missing. So once I finally did that, and it took 2 tries to accomplish that, then when I hit on my Android, this popped up. Okay. And just show you what you can do with this bit. Yeah, you can read emails on here. Or, let's see. Oh, yeah. Or you can read text and type text and respond to text on here. My wife said something here. You do what? Half an hour what we're talking about here. Yeah, see, you get this whole thing. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's all still happened this morning. At 8:29 a.m. Anyway, yeah, so you can look at this, you can respond, you can type text. Just for example, going to type of text to my wife. I go in here, it's going, I can pop that up even if I wanted to. By clicking in the field. Say, howdy. Exclamation point. And then hit this. Now this, I found some little tricky part. I had to get over here. Right about here. If you go too far right, left, when you click on it, it'll go like that. Well, by the time it wanted me to pop up a little pop-up menu, you had to get over here to the right side, turn right there. So I said howdy to my wife. Probably say howdy back here in a bit. Maybe you can text on your phone. Notice on the phone itself, it's just copying the phone screen is all it's doing and allowing you to interact with the phone. So as some of you know, yesterday I went down to Telegram, and I was able to use Telegram on here for now. The only thing I couldn't do is I can't copy from the host machine over to this because this is its own little world over here. So yeah, it just when I try to paste it in here, it just pasted in the the thing that I copied on the phone the last time I copied something on the phone. So that didn't help much, but yeah, so you have to still go through, put a link a file to it, that kind of thing, or something like that. And I don't know, is this like, uh, so yeah, there's my Telegram, and let's see what else I want to do. Let's see if the only thing you can also do on this, you can't answer and talk phone calls. At least I have it set that way where you have that option. Yeah. Maybe sometime in the future as they develop this app, they'll add that to it or something, but I don't think they do right now. So what you can do though is you can get your actual phone and talk on your phone. But text, anything other that's not a, that doesn't use a thing, doesn't use a, and I'm doing weird stuff here. Yeah, my fingers getting twitchy or something. So anyway, it's a pretty cool app. You can do a lot of stuff on your phone with it, and you can Google and all that kind of stuff. You can get maps and things like that. You can have it just setting on the side while you reboot. You have it set on the side when you just have it on another computer or something, and you just let it sit there for a while. And when it pops up, you go boom. It's pretty cool, huh? So that's exciting. Now, let's see, anything else we need to show us? I think those are the main two big things that's part of the Android phone app thing they have on here. They were pretty cool, pretty nice. And you got all the classic HP Windows 11 if you want that, or Windows 10 look, or all these themed looks, and some of them are pretty authentic looking, especially the XP and the 95. I remember working on those back in the day. All I need to do is develop a Win 3.11 version. That'd be really retro, wouldn't it? Yeah, I had that back in the 90s, actually. Early 90s, I think, is when they had that system. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. That's TwisterOS. I'm going to end on the good theme here. And I guess we'll go back to Headshot. Anyway, yeah, that's Rick Koppel. And hope you enjoyed that little trip down memory lane a bit. Let's see, the stream stopped. And sorry for the glitches in here, there, and thither. And so, but we got it going. At least this part, we need to. I don't know what happened to that Pi installer imager installer. I don't know why I wouldn't select the read the diskette on there. It's an MX Linux system, so it should read it pretty easy. Anyway, that's what we have on tap for today. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, it's 11:45. It's getting close to noon. Time for our lunch. But some of you like on the East Coast, it's probably more like getting close to 2 o'clock for y'all guys. And there's that. And let's see. Yes, not much more to say. I like it, love it. I'll probably install one of these computers. There's kind of a standard distro that I want something retro. I got my Lacari system on this laptop, and I have maybe on that machine over there. Someday I'm gonna have to do a video on this other computer I have over here. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I have a few things to try on it. Maybe I'll have my wife help me make a computer video of it. Then you can see what I'm doing. You ready? If you like that, put in the comments. And hope you like this trip down memory lane and all this fun stuff with your Android phone. It won't do it on an Apple phone, unfortunately, for a lot of people, but it will work on an Android phone. That's what I got. It's Android. I haven't had much Apple stuff. So Yeah, so anything else on here? Let's see. Guess that's pretty much it. I play a simple game on here, but not much point in it. So, especially since this doesn't have a good, well, it probably does this part. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. If I have mailbag email too, called mail.bag@nlgg.rlcopple.com. Send an email there if you have any questions at any point. If you're wondering, you're looking at this later on, you go, just send any question you have that email address, I'll get them. And yeah, so you got that option where you can send in questions you have during the week or anytime really, even during this middle of the stream. So I post them on there, you can post them to that email address. That way I'll try and get to as many of those as I can. Today I had about 15 minutes approximately to do that with, but I'll have to do that, so yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so let's see. So I guess that's it. I'm kind of heading to just take off right now since I'm not late or anything. I'm not late. So I think maybe I'll just bow out now. I can't think of anything else to talk about or do or show on it. I mean, could probably do some other things, but then you get involved in other projects and stuff, and it'll take a long time after that. So, yeah. And it's a tip for that. I don't have anything else to talk about or say. So, with that said, and you feel I'm going into word salad territory here. May the Linux force be with you. Bye.